Hello developers, welcome back to the complete web development course, and let's continue. In the previous class, what I had told you, I just told you about how to design some basic layouts in HTML, like we have done with some paragraphs, and we had decided to build a layout like this. Yes, so we had done with the image and two paragraphs here, but let's do the designing now, and we are going to use CSS. So be ready and let's start. See, so this is my folder. So here what I'll do, I'll just open my VS Studio Code, so it will open the previous already opened folder. Yes, see, we are in the web development course. Otherwise, if you are not here, okay, first of all, what you have to do, you have to write here, just click and write cmd, and what you need to do, you need to write code and a space dot. So when you write like this, it will open your current folder. It means wherever this cursor is, okay, it will open that folder, that directory into VS Studio Code. See, okay, so it's in the VS Studio Code. So right now we already opened this, right? Otherwise you can just right click here and show more options. Here also open with code. Again, if you can just click it, so it will again open your current folder into this Visual Studio Code. But I had already opened this, okay, and we had done also some coding. Okay, we had done with the HTML. So let me right click it and open with live server. So fine, see here everything is coming now. One picture is coming, this paragraph is coming, this paragraph is coming. So we have to build three elements, right? We have to build three elements. So here we have to design this. Okay, so we are going to use here CSS, cascading style sheet. What do you mean by CSS? Basically CSS adds beauty to your HTML, right? If a girl without makeup is HTML and girl with makeup is CSS, that's thing. Okay, so let's start and write our first CSS. Okay, fine. First of all, where I will write CSS, because this index.html, here we are writing our HTML, right? So we have multiple options. Basically we have three options to write CSS. Okay, I will tell you one by one, but here we are going to write our CSS in this HTML only. Okay, in this HTML document we will embed our CSS code. So first of all, just go to this head section. Okay, this head tag, and under this tag, okay, 1 second, let me just click here, toggle this, and see, just go to your head section. Okay, and under this head section, after the title tag, write one more tag, add one more tag, that is a style. Okay, under this style tag we will add our CSS, cascading style sheet declarations. Okay, here what we will do, we will add our CSS. So the very first thing that we are going to do is we have to make this image a round, right? So we will do what, we will try to make this image element. Okay, this is our image, element, right? So we will try to make it round. Okay, to make it round we have to apply CSS on element, and the element is this image element, right? So it means by the help of this tag, okay, I have to apply some CSS to this tag. Yes or no? Yes. So if any time or anywhere in the HTML you want to write some CSS for such elements or for any element, okay, what you have to do, you have to select that element. Okay, and if this element is selected, then you can write the corresponding CSS for that. Okay, like how? So I have to write CSS for what? For image or for paragraph? First of all, our goal is to write CSS for this image. Okay, this image. So in this case we will be using selectors, CSS selectors. What do you mean by selectors? Let me write it for you. So I want to apply CSS to this image now. So I will write here, hey, img, like this. Okay, img, the tag name. Okay, what is the tag name? img, right? The tag name. Okay, and this pair of curly bracket. Now under this pair of curly bracket we will write our CSS declaration. Okay, now here what I will write, I will just write border dash radius. Okay, border dash radius, let me write 20 pixel, and just save it like this. Okay, let me just open this. Now see, if you can see, the radius of these corners are like rounded little bit. Yes or no? it is little bit now rounded, yes or no? So when I apply the border radius property, this will happen. It will just make the elements corner a little bit round in shape, like the border in round in shape. Okay, which property? This CSS border dash radius. So here from this border dash radius to this 20 pixel and this till this semicolon, this is known as one declaration. This is known as what? Here declaration, one CSS declaration I have written. Okay, so in this declaration we have two things. This border dash radius, it is property, and this 20 pixel, this px means pixel. Okay, so it has two things. Our CSS declaration has two things. The first thing is this property, and the second thing is this value for this property. Now this property and this value is separated with colon, this colon, okay, colon between them, right, colon, and this line will end with semicolon. Okay, it means now this line is terminated. Fine. So border dash radius, so when we do border dash radius, it just make the corner little bit round. Okay, now see what we can do. I want to set some width. Okay, width means just width, na? Yes, so I will write width, and let's say I'm just writing 200 pixel. Okay, 200 pixel. So it will set the image width to 200 pixels. Save it and just see the size is now decreases, right? So width we can set like this. Okay, and border radius 20 pixel. Okay, but still it is not round in shape, yes or no? Is it round? No, na. So I have to make it a little bit round like this one, right, like this one. Okay, so just see, if I can increase this 20 pixel value, like see 40 pixel, if I do 40 pixel and save it, the border radius now increased and it seems like more round a little bit. Yes, so now, but still it is not fully circular round. Yes, so if I have to make it fully circular round, what I have to do? Now there's a trick what you can do. So always take the border dash radius property, this value. Okay, the value for this property should be half of the width to make it round. It means 200 pixel. Now what is the half of this 200 pixel width? Okay, 100 pixel. So I will take 100 pixel as the value for this border dash radius property. Now just see what happens. See what happened. Now see, the whole picture gets round. Yes or no, yaar? Yes. So this is the little trick, okay, you can apply. So we had done with one thing, like we had applied this CSS to this image tag only. How? By writing this image. It is selector, it is known as selector. Okay, it is known as selector, this image. So it is selecting the image tag and applying this CSS that we have written here. So whatever CSS in future also, if you want to apply to this image element, where I have to write? I have to write here in this image. Okay, so here I can declare all the CSS properties and values, right? So this means one declaration, this is one declaration. It means we have two declaration right now, CSS declaration. Okay, so each declaration has two things, like one is property, one is value, and this one property and value is now separated with this colon. Yes or no? Fine. Now the line is terminated with this semicolon. So we have written it for that. Now just understand what we are going to do. Now we want to make this @AnkitAryaSam, this paragraph little bit bold. Yes or no? See here, @AnkitAryaSam, username should be bold. Yes. So let's see. Now again what we have to do, we have to apply CSS to this P tag, right, this paragraph tag. It means we have to select this paragraph tag first of all. We have to say to the HTML, hey HTML document, please select this P tag and apply such a CSS, some CSS to this paragraph tag. To select that P tag also, what we can do, under this style tag, just go and outside this curly bracket, this curly bracket means one section for the one CSS section for this image. Okay, so I want another section for, another section for this paragraph na. So I will write outside this, I will write P and like this. So again I'm trying to select the paragraph. Okay, now this pair of curly bracket, and I will write, I will just write font dash a style, no sorry, I will write one property, that is font dash weight property, and the value I will write is bold. Okay, now font dash weight and then colon, then bold value. So when I just write bold, just see what happened. Now it becomes bold. But now here is the problem, that this @Ankit Arya Sam is also bold, and this I love teaching you HTML and CSS guys is also bold. But we only want that this Ankit Arya Sam should be bold, not this not this I love teaching you HTML and CSS guys is should be bold, right? We do not want that. It means we are trying to say with this line of code, hey HTML, please select all the paragraphs which is under this body tag. Okay, whatever paragraph is under this, whatever it means all the paragraphs written for this index.html, just select that and apply that property. That's why it is also becoming bold. But I don't want this bold to be applied with this paragraph now. So what I will do, I will just separate it. So now how to separate it? I will go into this paragraph, @Ankit Arya paragraph, this tag, and add one attribute. Attribute means what here? Attribute gives some functional functional and additional properties to the tag. So I will just say class. Okay, now I will write class, and here I will write like this, user name, let's say. Okay, and save it. Class equal to username. Okay, now class equal to, and under this double quotation I'm writing username. Now I only want this CSS font dash weight bold to be applied for username only, not for this paragraph. I want wherever the class username is there na with this paragraph, I want this CSS will be applied for that paragraph only which contains this username class. That paragraph which belongs to this username class will only have that CSS. Yes or no? I want that. Yes. So perfect. What I can do, I will just write p dot and name of the class. What is the value for this class? So name means just class. What is the name? Like I'm just saying username as a name. Okay. So what is the value for this class attribute? This username. Okay, so I will just paste here. Just see, p dot username, it means paragraph, and for which class? Username. So this dot represents one class. Okay, so paragraph class, and the what class here? This username class. This username class will be now selected. So paragraph dot username will be selected, and this font dash weight property will be applied to that only. Just see. Now see. Now here, now just see, @Ankit Arya Sam is now only bold, and this I love teaching you HTML and CSS guys is not bold. Yes or no? Right? So now here we can do it like that. Now still what we can do here, now if you just see, our goal is just to make like this. It means look, the image is in left side, and this @Ankit Arya Sam and I love teaching you HTML and CSS guys is on right side. So let's make it also. So what I can do, I will just go to this image. Okay, and I will say, hey image, just do what? Float to left. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just see, I will just write float left, this property. So just save it and see, as soon as I just write float property to it, what happens? It will float left. Okay, and the corresponding property and the corresponding elements is like floating in its right side. Yes or no? So it will float in the left side. See, the left side, it be now my picture is in the left side, and its corresponding elements are in what are right side. Okay, so if I am writing right here also, if just I'm writing right, okay, right, float right value, see, now just see, this image is floating in the right side, but when I'm writing left, it means left means it is just floating left inside, you can see right here. So like this we have achieved this also. But one more thing is ki the gap between this @Ankit Arya, it means this paragraph, these paragraphs and this picture is very less. So I want some margin, right? I want some space, yes or no? I want. So I will go to this image tag and say margin, okay, margin dash right. Now it will add some margin to the right of that element and put this colon and say 28 pixel. Okay, I want that. Now look, I will save it and you will see the changes. I'm just Control S. See, now the gap increases or not? The gap increases or not to the right of this image? Okay, so I am saying ki, hey image, I want some margin to your right, and that margin should be 28 pixel. This is I'm saying, right? Now one more thing is I want to increase the text of this paragraph. So what I'll do, I'll just go to this p.username and write here font dash size should be 28 pixel. See, saved it. Now @Ankit Arya it is coming, but still what not is coming here ki this I love teaching you HTML and CSS guys, it is still not coming. So what I can do, so I will just write one more paragraph like this and just write font dash size 28 pixel, save it. And now see all the fonts, all the paragraphs. So now see all the paragraphs are now in all the paragraph sized are increased. But what we can do here also, just p.username, remove this font dash size, okay, and save it. Still the size will be increased only, right? Why? Because with this line of code we are changing the boldness of this fold, but here through this line of code, this p, it means it will select all the paragraphs inside this body tag. Whatever paragraph that this body tag will have, this p will select all that paragraph and apply this property. So that's why p, how many p are here? One p and this second p. Okay, so two paragraphs we have. So we are saying paragraph, so all the paragraphs, okay, over all the paragraphs this property should be applied. And font dash size, what is the size of that font? 28 pixel is applied to all the fonts dash to all the paragraphs. So this is also paragraph, this is also paragraph, and the size is increased. So now see, we have achieved similarly like this here, okay, like this here. So this is the very first CSS that I have just explained you here, okay. So yes, so one more thing is I want to select this username class of this paragraph tag, right? So in that case I can just remove this p and with a dot and the name of this class, just put a dot and name of the class. Okay, what's the name of the class and or value of the class? Username, okay, p username. So it will automatically select the class for this username, okay. See, no no design changed. Why? No changes here. Why? Because it is still working, okay. This font dash bold is still working with this username. So dot username means again it is selecting the same class, and this class belongs to this paragraph, na? Yes, of course. So we have options like we can write p dot also or only dot class name also we can write and apply the CSS properties. I hope you guys have understood the basics of CSS and how to write CSS. So like this, with so much of fun, we will be doing some mini projects, some big projects also. We'll be creating entire website also sometimes, okay. And this way we will learn this entire web development course. So I hope you guys have understood what I had explained in this video. So do share this course and please write down in the comments that you all guys are present and you all guys are watching this course, so that I can know, yes, you guys are watching and you guys are engaging, right? and soon I'm going to create a Telegram group, okay, and I will update in the description, okay, and there you can join the Telegram group and learn with community. Fine. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye, take care.